Hello everybody, welcome back to the FM24 European Journeyman Save, and we were last together in November. We're now in March. There's a lot to cover. Let's dive in. So, where better to start than looking at the competitions page? We are top of the league very comfortably, 11 points clear with a game in hand, with only one loss all season to Maribor, which was very recently, actually. In the Conference League, we've got through to the last 16, or the round of 16, and we drew the first leg with Spartak Taverna, 0-0, and we got the second leg at home in this episode, and we got knocked out of the I'm in the wrong save, the Slovenian Cup. We got knocked out by Olimpia Ljubljana with a 121st minute winner for them, which was very, very harsh on us, which is a little bit annoying, but it's been going very, very well, as you can imagine. Like, we were together here back in November. In that, we did lose in to Olimpia Ljubljana in the cup. We beat Maribor in that one and drew with Olympiacos. They were the sort of highlights of that month. Into the next month, we beat Derry City and Zazinski in the Europa Conference League. And then obviously we've had a transfer window, which we'll go and dive into in a minute. In February, we were going on a very, very good streak until NK Maribor. Yes, my beloved NK Maribor put an end to our unbeaten streak with an 84th minute winner to make it 3-2 to them. But we bounced back 4-1, 3-2 and 6-1 over Rogosak. And then we've just had the Europa Conference League first leg of the round of 16 against Spartak Taverna, and that's all up there. I remembered that. Lovely, lovely stuff. It's been going pretty well. Let's go and catch up on transfers. So in terms of outs, we knew that Radu is leaving, but it has been confirmed. £38.5 thousand a week he's now gone to earn in the UAE, and yeah, he's been having a great old time of it. 625k we got for him, 14 conceded and 14 goals, a 7.56. He's playing very well out there, but yeah, he's no longer our first choice keeper, so he's been moved on to ease squad cohesion, or make squad cohesion better. Inio Radu has moved on. The other one that was a little bit more surprising is Kreshnik Marina, our really good young left winger, has moved to Al Wahda. He has also gone to the Middle East, and we got £2.5 million for him. 12 appearances, 2 goals and 3 assists for them already. He was performing very, very well for us, but we've got a plethora of wingers, so I was very happy to sort of let him go for a decent bit of money for the Slovenian league, and we've got a sell-on percentage with him as well, so the club should be in a good position if they ever sell him and make a profit. But yeah, he's gone, but whilst he was good, I honestly don't think he was the best left winger we've got. So yeah, they were the main 2 outs. There's a few loans that left as well. Let's go and look at the ins. So I don't know if we covered Mike Peter, but we actually signed him in November. He was a free transfer from Nigeria, and he is in to just make up the numbers as a youth player sort of thing. We're trying to get him out on loan, see what he can do. He is on the development list to see if we can get him out to another club for some football, but looks like he's got some good potential. He'll develop into something. We probably won't be at MK Domzale as he develops. So it was a case of 2 in, 2 out during January in terms of major squad players. The first one in is Iki Matsuzawa, who looks like a very handy centre-back holding midfielder, signed on a free transfer from Osaka at the end of his contract. He comes in and he brings pretty good physical attributes. His jumping reach isn't the best, but, you know, I think there is room to grow in here. His mental stats are looking pretty good. I'd say that's probably where he's the strongest, although work rate and teamwork I think do need to be a little bit better. But marking, passing and tackling as a sort of ball-playing defender or holding midfield, bit of a playmaker, could all be very, very good. Yes, he lacks a lot of the other technical attributes, but really, who cares if he can't throw a ball, shoot from distance or take a free kick or score or cross or take a corner? I'm actually not that worried, but yeah, I do think he's going to be okay. His potential isn't as great as it could be, but at 22 years old, it was a free hit on a free transfer. So, yeah, Icky is in. And joining him was another centre-back on a free transfer from Holland. Hubert has done so well for us so far that we went and raided Holland again and found another free transfer from the Dratchester boys in this one. 6'4" Yorit Jaspers joins us. Jumping reach 18, fitness 16, lots of really good physicals. Mentals are looking on point as well. Positioning, leadership and bravery really standing out from there. And of course, in his technicals, he's pretty similar to Izzy, because technique 11, tackling 11, passing 11, marking and heading need to improve as a centre-back, but he does give us another option And we're just sort of stockpiling youngsters for MK Domzale that they can sell on in the future. We want to leave these clubs in a better condition than when we found them, and that is, I think, exactly what we're doing. We didn't need wholesale change of the squad. We didn't need to bring in anyone experienced or, really, really good. We are winning the league. We're likely going to win the league, and I do think we've got potential to go pretty deep into the Europa Conference League, because if we beat Spartak Trnava, there are some good teams in it, and it's going to depend on the draw. As you can see, Olympiacos, Lyon, I think Rosenborg would be a bit tough. Newcastle are in here, AS Roma. You're in your head, you're probably doing what I've done. The final should probably be Newcastle versus Roma, but clubs like Girona, Olympiacos, Lyon, us potentially, could sneak a way through into the real latter stages. So, that all being said, let's go and play the first game of the episode, which is the league game, our game in hand against Beltinci. And we'll play that one and see how we get on. A few standout performers then. Al Asmari up front has been bloody brilliant. 16 goals in 31 games. It's just been ridiculous in all competitions. 8 in 22 in the league, 6 assists as well. Yeah, he's been really, really good up front. The guy that we actually bought to play up front, who's now sort of going to the right wing, which is Matteo Pelleri, has had a pretty good season as well. He's been doing well. 5 goals, 3 assists in 23 and a 6.99. Started up front, been shifted to the right wing a little bit. Simon Jansen's earned himself a new contract. He's been playing well. Jost Pisek and Shea Lacey have been sort of rotating in the attacking midfield role. Shea Lacey with 3 goals and an assist in 10 games with a 7.21. So he is looking very, very handy at the level of Slovenian football. But generally, everyone's doing pretty well. The right back we had on loan, Kotza from Parma, got called back, and I'm not worried about that because we've got Philippe de Koum as a backup right back in the club already. So I'm pretty happy with how the squad is looking, how it's shaping up, and how we're performing at the moment. So without further ado, I think everyone's fully fit. We've got a little bit of struggling legs in the centre of midfield. We could rotate it a little bit. Let's bring in Zazul, the Croatian that we signed. He can come in there, and I think that's the only change we're going to make going into this game. Oh, that's why Petrusic was in there, because he's the under 21. We could play Luka Bozic. I've just been banging on about how good Asmari is, but Bozic is pretty useful. Luka Bozic is a good little striker. He's a good little striker that's come through our youth intake, so I think let's give him a game and see how we get on. It will give a good rest to Petrusic in central midfield as well, so we don't have to be pushing him too hard. But yeah, I'm intrigued to get this save moving forward. Winning the first league, I think, is huge. It does open up other leagues that we can apply for. And what we'll do is we're going to select those leagues as playable as soon as it is confirmed we've won the league. So then, therefore, they kick in earlier, right? Because what we don't want to do is let the season complete, then put them as playable, and then they don't become playable until the next season is finished. So hopefully that makes sense, what I've said there. We're first in the form table. They're 8th. Let's get out there and make that count. So into the game we go then. Domzale versus Beltinci, which I'm pretty sure won't be said like that in Slovenian, but yeah, there you go. Right, they're playing a 4-2-3-1 as well, so we can do the old opposition instructions. We can get that one on. We can get the fullbacks on as well, making sure we're pressuring them all over the pitch. Now, interestingly, I'm trying to avoid using shouts. Pedersen goes pretty close. We're pretty quick there, aren't we, where I've been playing it off camera. I've been trying to avoid using shouts because if you've been living under a rock, in FM25, shouts aren't going to be a thing. They're going to be removed from the game until they can implement them in a way they actually feel is accurate and they like the implementation. So what Sports Interactive have said is the way that shouts have been in the game so far from FM 18, 19, I think shouts first came in, is that they've never really worked. Probably Hubert! Oh my word, the centre-back nearly scored. He's missed. 20 minutes in, 0-0. But yeah, so we're going with no shouts, potentially. And it's going all right, isn't it? We're top of the league and playing pretty well. I'm wondering if we can take the game to them a little bit more. We're very much on top with 9 shots to 2 and then not having a shot on target. There's Kulev goes long with this one. Pedersen tracking back very well to win that header. Kralj picks it up into Korosek for Beltinci. He goes over the top. We should cover that one. Hubert does well. Cornez back to... I mean, I've said this before. wherever we go next, I'm trying to sign Cornez. He is a wonderful goalkeeper. He's made some really good saves in the Europa Conference League games. He's just far too good for this level of football. As Srbic comes forward down the right, does dig out across, but Arsenal's at the back post. Penalty, we all saw the hands come out. It was blindingly obvious, referee. He's going to give it. It's being checked by VAR, but I don't think there's going to be too many arguments here. 2 hands on to Pedersen to push him, when I don't think he probably wouldn't even have won the header. But it looks like we've been given a bit of a gift here to go 1-0 up, and Pisek fires it in the bottom corner. It's a great penalty from Jost Pisek, and very happy with that. Captain for the day. He's definitely not the club captain, I don't think, this season, but he's taken the captain armband today, and that is a rocket penalty into the bottom corner. 1-0 Domzale, 37 minutes gone. We are cooking. They've still yet to have a shot on target. We are absolutely dominating them at the moment, as Slasek brings that one, or Medic I call him, isn't it? Janssen goes back to Cornez. Cornez into Hubert, and there's a few people in this team that I'm thinking, I'm already earmarking for, yeah, that could be a potential long-term player for this save, as we bring players with us from club to club, as Bukovic comes forward down the right-hand side, can't quite get the cross out, goes back to Srbic, and it goes, Pedersen's there, 2-0, we got a bit lucky with the bounce, but it is 2-0 to Domzale, and we are wrapping this one up, and it's going to put us 14 points clear in the league, which is just phenomenally good. It's phenomenally good. Let me know, what do you think? How many leagues, if we do win this league, I can't see us throwing this away, but I can't say when, I'll say if we do win the league, how many leagues above us do we open up? Do you reckon 3, 4, 5? Let me know your thoughts, as Kodesek just boots it away. Zuzel is there. Srbic brings the ball forward, out to Pedersen on the left-hand side. We know how good he can be. He actually goes to his left foot this time, and it goes. Pedersen gets the loose ball again, and Srbic gets a third before half-time. 3-0 to MK Domzale. We are absolutely battering this team. And yeah, good play from Pedersen. Normally cuts inside. I think that's what the defender thought he was going to do. Played it in. Kausic actually put a good tackle in. Pedersen's cross fell to Srbic, deflected into the goal. 3-0 Domzale. We are cruising right now. This is absolutely lovely. 14 shots to 3, 7 on target to none. An XG of 3.03, and we've scored 3 goals. You cannot be upset with that. Luka Bozic not really done too much up top at the moment, but we are playing very, very well, and I don't really mind who scores the goals, as long as we score the goals and we get the 3 points. That is the main thing. As Crouch comes forward with it, Bukovic with a great challenge. Janssen out to Srbic, into Pisek. Pisek comes forward with it. He's tackled, but Zazul puts it over the top to Pedersen. Pedersen is there. Bozic! Oh, I just said he wasn't doing much, and that's a very good opportunity for the striker, but he doesn't take it, really. But this is what I mean about when we're selling the wingers, and we've got so many wingers. Srbic, Pedersen, Doniel Davids is on the bench as well. In fact, we're getting close to substitute time, right? So we've got Pileri on there. Shea Lacey can play in there. Pedersen actually does have a little knock. So yeah, let's bring on Shea Lacey for a run on that left-hand side. We'll do Bozic, who's not had the best of games for Asmari, just to keep that fitness up. And how have we got 6? Bukovic at the back is on a 6.6. Philip Dicum is going to come on for us at right back, as Hubert up to Janssen, back to Hubert. I'm pretty sure this is just going to be the highlight for where we were making changes. Pedersen puts the ball through. Oh, Bozic nearly got there, but Pedersen was offside. And with that little knock, he will now come off and get a rest. Hopefully, he'll be back and not too injured and be able to play the game against Spartak Tirana coming up after this one, because that would be very nice indeed. But to be honest, at 3-0, I might look to actually bring on a few of the squad rotation, sort of more clinically backup players, as Pisek's made it 4. Let's ring those changes and get that done. Assist for Shea Lacey there. So Simon Janssen can come off. We'll bring on Icky at the back. We could give Power a run. We've only got 1 sub left, so who doesn't play that often? Yeah, let's bring on Power at left back on loan from Parma, and just get 2 more subs on with fresh legs, both youngsters. 1 on loan from our feeder club, or our senior affiliate club from Parma is Pau, and Matsuwa or Iki can come on in central midfield and just just to shore it up, get him some game time, get him a feel of the Slovenian Premier League, and see how he does. But 77 minutes gone, 4-0 up. They have had 2 shots on target now, but we've had 9 on target and 21 shots in the game. We have absolutely battered them. Here is Matsuzawa. In it goes to Pau. Back to Matsuzawa. And to give him the respect, I'm going to try and not call him Icky. Even though it is his first name and it's easier to say than Matsuzawa, I do feel like it's a bit harsh if I call everybody else by their surname. And what is that for a pass, Zazul? What is that? Is that what they teach you in Croatia? Bloody hell. Marcio, ball across. Everyone just mitched it and Jovic missed the target as well. But with, just over 5 minutes to go. I can't be too mad. We've played really, really well. Serbic up there with a 9, or an 8.9 now. It just changed as I was talking. But an 8.9 for Serbic. He's done really well. We're going to get to the end of this one. And it looks like Serbic will be on for man of the match. It's not. It's gone to Pedersen, who got a 9.2 and then subbed off with his injury. So that makes sense. Right. We will be back for the game against Spartak Tirana in the Europa Conference League, round of 16, leg 2. Here we are then, back on game day. Unfortunately, Pedersen, I couldn't say his name then, Pedersen is going to miss out with injuries. Got this slight injury, but I'm not sure. It's a cut on his upper leg, so he probably could play. He's not fully fit, though. Simon Janssen bruised his ankle, but he's back and fully fit. So I think we're going to rest Pedersen and we're going to start Shea Lacey on that side. Pedersen can keep his place on the bench. I'm not too worried about that. I think that's going to be fine. But other than that, we're going with the same lineup that just dominated that game in the league. And we're going to go and take on Spartak Tirana, who are lining up in a 4-4-2, which is very... Oh, no, hang on. We don't want that. We want Asmari starting out front over Bozic. Nearly made a bit of an error there, didn't I? Which also means we want Petrusic in. Oh, good thing my brain was active just before I click kickoff. Now that's our strongest 11 out there for the game in the knockouts. If we can get through this, it's the quarterfinals, which would be absolutely huge for a club like us. I want you to pick up where you left off last time. Get out there and carry on playing. As the music comes on, I don't know if you're going to hear it, but it is on for me. But yeah, there's lots of questions I've got about this Journeyman Save. Obviously, we are going to do it by unlocking leagues as we win other league titles. But once we unlock another league and move, do we then change the bottom leagues to view only rather than playable so that it doesn't affect the processing time of the game behind the scenes, if you know what I mean? Let me know your thoughts down below. I'm always interested to know what everyone thinks about this save and how to make it better and what we can do. And while I'm in a bit of a spiel, go and check out the Build a Nation Poland video as the first season review is out, and we're going to be live on Twitch Tuesday, I think, this week, to see the next part of the season. What on earth is that? I mean, I do like Cornez, but a bit ridiculous to play it all the way back from like 80 yards. Anyway, Dapo comes forward down the left, ball through. Shea Lacey's in. Shea Lacey squares it. Pisek! Oh, he's missed. Well, he hasn't missed. He has missed. The goalkeeper's made an unbelievable save, but great work from Dapo and Lacey on this side as Serbic turns his man. He's on the edge of the box here, Serbic. Goes out to Janssen. Janssen, who's come back from that bruised ankle, he shoots over the bar. Yeah, we don't really pick him for his shooting in this holding midfield role, but a good start to the game from both wingers, Lacey and Serbic, starting well. This left-hand side having a bit of joy as well. Right, now we know what their roles and positions are. Sauer is the guy we want to kick, and we want to kick you, and we want to kick you because I don't like fullbacks getting into the game. Fullbacks, you hear it on all the analysis, right? Fullbacks are so crucial in the modern day, in the modern game. Well, we like to kick them so they can't do much. That's a great save from Cornez in goal. Really good save. I said in the Conference League he's made some big saves, and you've just seen one live on camera as Braum is taking the corner now, swings it in. Medic heads it away at the front post, and that will be the end of that highlight. They look quite tired. We may be able to take advantage of this here. Half time, 8 shots to 4, 3 on target to 2. We've had an XG of 1.15. That chance for Jost Pisk was our best chance. I'm going to say the scoreline doesn't reflect the pattern of play. I do think we can be good here. We can get the win. In the little match preparation thing, we did attacking corners and penalties. So we did sort of err on the side of caution to be like, yeah, let's practice some penalties and see how we go. Alasmari not having a great game. We've got someone doing some breakdancing there in Dapo. He's back up now and running around into the box to try and get his head on this as It's going to be a free kick to Domzale. Pisek swings it in towards the back post. Petrušić heads it. Falls to Asamari. He's hit the post on the rebound. He scores. And we were saying he's not turned up in that first half. He's got on the score sheet in the second half and gives us a 1-0 lead, which is 1-0 on aggregate as well as the 0-0 in the first leg. Pisek to the back post, headed away. Great first touch from Asmari. Good save from the keeper, but he couldn't keep the second one out as it went to the far post. 1-0 by Al Asmari, and that has put us in a cracking. Serbec has got a little knock. I've accidentally, already gone in, so Serbec has come off. Let's bring on Pileri on for him on that side. It's an attacking substitution, and I don't mind it. Pisek is going to come off for Pedersen, and then we're going to move Shea Lacey inside. So Pedersen will get a run out with that slight little niggle that he's still got there. 6.5 for Petrušić. We'll leave him on for the moment, but we have got holding midfielders on the bench that we can bring on to just ease the troubles there if Petrušić doesn't really improve. Bukovic also not playing well again. So I do think, on the hour, well, let's see how this highlight goes. But on the hour mark, I am planning to make a few more changes as Petrušić wins the header. Lacey gets tackled into Zahumensky, into Karl, coming down the right-hand side, up to Zahumensky. He's found a bit of space. He's got a cutback on there, and he squares it, and it's 1-1. Mohamed Ekrami gets his 10th goal of the season for Spartak Tirana, and that is not what I wanted, to be honest. That is a little bit irritating. I'm not going to watch that goal again. We're going to make the subs. It annoyingly came down that right-hand side. So maybe if I'd been a bit bolder with my substitutes, we would have stopped that. As Philippe Decum is going to come on and Petrušić is going to come off to be replaced by Zazul, who is, I think, my favoured backup in our holding midfield roles. But the centre, Hubert's not having a great game either. But I've got a feeling we're going to need fresh legs for Janssen, potentially. I think bringing on Pedersen was a bit of a risk, but, I'm a risk taker, me. I'm a risk taker. We have a corner. Shea Lacey will take it. He's a very good corner taker. He's actually going to go short to Pedersen. Pedersen is going to go the long way round. Pedersen is going to shoot. It's over the bar. Jakobsen could just watch that one drift over his net. 75 minutes gone. 1-1. Zazul's picked up a yellow card already since coming on. I do feel like I do want to shout at them now, though. As it's headed away. Pileri's going to pick it. Now we know Pileri's rapid. Pileri comes forward with it, brings it out from the back. Pedersen, he's got men square if he wants to find them. Goes back to Dapo, who's got lots of space to run into. Shea Lacey's on the edge of the box. Lacey lays it out to Decum. Philippe Decum squares it, and it's a goal! Stig Diljan Pedersen with his poorly leg. What did he have? A gashed leg, that's it. He had an uppercut on his leg. And he's made it 2-1 as Dapo ran down the left-hand side into Lacey. Lacey laid it off to Decum. Philip Decum did really well to get forward so quickly. The square ball sort of evaded like 4 or 5 players. But Pedersen was aware and he poked it home at the back post. And with 10 minutes to go, I'm sort of thinking we go defensive. We go to our slightly more defensive system and just try and keep it a bit solid at the back. It's sort of matching them up in a 4-4-2, although we play a 4-4-1-1. But hopefully we get this done with a few minutes to go. We have been the better team. 6 minutes of time added on. I'm going to make a substitution to waste a bit of time and get some fresh legs on. We've actually got, one left. And I think it's going to be in central midfield. I think we're going to do Janssen off. We'll bring on Iki Matsua in there as well. And just waste a bit of time. Get another body with fresh legs in central midfield. And see that clock down. As you just imagine, they're going to come full blown at us. But I don't think they've got enough. 97 minutes. 98 minutes full time. We are through with a 2-1 win at home, which is absolutely outstanding. We got the result. We weren't at our best. But lovely stuff. Goals from Alsamari and Pedersen put us through. Other winners then. Roma, as you would imagine. Newcastle, as you would imagine. Lyon beat Olympiacos 8-5 on aggregate. That's huge. Sparta Prague get through. I wouldn't mind playing them. Girona beat Bohemians 5-0 aggregate. And Apoel beat NHK Gorica from Croatia. So I think ideally, right, we want Apoel, Maccabi Tel Aviv or Sparta Prague are the teams we want. Now, I don't know if the draw has already been done. Serbic is out for 11 days to 3 weeks. That's not very good. We get £500,000 for winning. Bilic is there looking over a few players. There's a Janssen backed left foot to win a new contract. There you go. Potentially we will. Has the draw been done? That is my question. The quarterfinals will not be drawn for another week. So, yeah, we'll be ignoring that. We are first seeds, but I think that means everybody is a first seed at this point. I think it just means everyone can draw everyone. Well, thank you very much for watching. We're obviously going to come back for probably the second leg of the knockout grounds. Maybe we'll do both legs and then skip the Maribor game off camera. I'll see how it's going. But this is becoming quite a good season. Thank you so much for watching. Leave all your comments down below. Leave a like if you're enjoying the series. It's the best way that you show you want it to continue. And please do subscribe if you're for some reason finding this now and got to the end of this video. You might as well subscribe. Thank you for watching. Catch you in the next one. Cheers.